Enlightenment is the sudden realization that non-duality, not duality, is the reality of our experience. Consciousness is not private and personal, but the moon is reflected even in a puddle an inch wide. The whole moon and the entire... It's really nothing more than remembering something forgotten. It is nothing more or other than the realization of the true nature of reality. Liberation is the spontaneous cognition and remembrance that separation and individuality are both illusory. Enlightenment knows the mind is an object of awareness, an appearance on the screen of the changeless reality you are. Enlightenment is the absence of any separate individual entity we call a person. Therefore, no one becomes enlightened. If enlightenment is total emptiness of mind, there is nothing you can do to get it. Any effort you make can only be an obstruction of all this insanity created by the past in you, just by being a simple witness of your thought processes. You are, but the mind is utterly empty. That's the moment of enlightenment. That is the moment that you become for the first time an unconditioned. That is the moment that you become for the first time an unconditioned, sane, really free human being. Enlightenment is a destructive process. It has nothing to do with becoming better or being happier. Enlightenment is the crumbling away of untruth, seen through the facade of pretense. It's the complete eradication of everything we... Creating YouTube videos. Hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a comment. Tell me how you're feeling. Awareness is all there is. You are awareness itself, not somebody who is aware. Damn, Rich, I hear you talk. I'm recording that other room, and I just like pop in to see who's talking, bro. You got a lot to say, dude. It's time for a break. Rest your mind. You're in a safe space. What do you mean I can whistle? You think I didn't play a flute growing up?
I didn't ask if you shoved one in your pussy. I said, did you play one professionally?
You don't think it's a flute? It's a flute. You don't think it's a flute? It's a flute. Congressman John Kitover playing the Chinese flute to unseat and defeat the rhino, the COVID-19 vaccine, lying, stop spending, stop taxing. Never had one lesson. My page, I mean, that's the way my page, I mean, that's the way my campaign runs it. My campaign runs it.
No, I'm talking about the campaign donations. Because if you donate just one penny, it becomes public record.
No. If it's over 5,000, it becomes.
Yeah, no, you should ask, go on and look up for the donation laws in Illinois. If you get enough votes to actually be put on as a candidate, they have to become disclosed as public information. So just one penny of a donation. Anybody was like, I'm gonna get John Kitover and I'm gonna go on there and I have to put my real legal name where it's fucking campaign fraud. And if they put their real legal given name, and then they donated 2 cents to be a smartass, they just didn't dox themselves.
I have already stirred the pot. You have no idea how much I've stirred the pot already, bro. We have people. I mean, my Instagram account has 32,000 views on it. Because people are talking. I mean, I'm causing some chaos for Darren LaHood and the Illinois GOP. And Jane here helped fund some.
Are you not worried about Adams voting for Darren LaHood?
Okay. Hi, Jane. Today was a big day. Bernadette notarized 107.
Question. Are you in favor of taking away the right to vote for women in America?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you, John?
Of course not. Why would
We said it simultaneously.
Oh, was it two at once? I gotcha. Okay.
Jane, why would anybody? Jane, why would anybody make a ridiculous assertion as if that would ever even be possible?
Well, to be fair, it is possible because it happens, but it is a ridiculous assertion. I do not think that makes a lot of sense to most people, but I heard a few people talking about it like it was great and their wives were fine with it, and I thought, they're not trolling. I think they really believe this. So that's why I figured I'd ask you.
But Jane, this is Congress where people have every vulgar conversation imaginable for the sake of trying to upset anybody they can upset.
That's the literal core of this whole thing. I agree. All right, well, I just want to know where you stand, John. So thank you.
I love women, Jane.
I have a feeling.
Misogynistic or anti-woman or anti-feminist conversations. But, that's just communication. Eitan, how are you doing down there?
Hi, Eitan.
Hello, Jane.
What's new with you, Eitan? How's your brother? Did you ever give him the money?
You have a good memory. Yeah, I'm thinking of sort of him, actually. We'll have a conversation about brothers are brothers.
I got one.
Everybody's got one of those in their life. Everybody tries to help somebody who likes to waste money. Oh, McZed is here. McZed, I got a question for you, McZed. Do you think why do you think you're such a big talker? Why do you think you talk so much?
He's autistic and he's Jewish.
Yes, what do you mean?
Well, personally, I think it's somewhat genetic. My grandmother was known as a chatterbox. It's probably somewhat fostered by the way Jews.
Yeah. Are you, John?
But most characters characterization of all Jews being whatever kind of way. I'm talking about myself and my family. Characterization of all Jews being whatever kind of way. I'm talking about myself and my family. You ask me why I talk too much. I think I'm a chatterbox. I think my grandmother was a chatterbox. I don't think that's a mental disorder, but I do think it could be diagnosed and studied if anyone really cared.
Well, you know the
Yeah, my dad had said to me when I was younger, he's like, I hope you grow up and you have kids just like you. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I had 3 kids exactly like me. And I'm like,
And then you realize the curse your parents have laid upon your head.
yeah, my dad trying to talk on the phone and me in the background trying to fucking add to the conversation. He's like, shut up. Like, I'm on the phone, you idiot. I'm like, sorry, you're talking about something that's interesting.
Well, that's one of the weird, ironic, gifts and jokes of parenting. It gives you context. No, I completely misunderstood what was happening.
Oh, yeah, I tell my parents all the time, I'm sorry for the way I was, because now I have to deal with the same shit.
What about you, John? Why do you talk so much?
On YouTube, and then also not listening to people on this app anymore. Like, I do record still Clubhouse, but I record it downstairs in my yoga room, my stretching room, and I don't have to hear anybody. But these rooms go on all day long. Rich was just in one. That thing must have gone for 8 hours from 8 a.m. all the way up till 2 p.m. So I'm still recording and live streaming it. So I've tried to say less because I don't know, kind of like use what you might consider intelligent communication and listen to what you might consider intelligent communication. So sounds matter is what I'm saying.
Oh, that's a good question. What do you think intelligent communication is? Is it just communication of intelligent content? Reading? Is that like intelligent communication?
You need to grow and you need to learn.
You need to grow and learn. You communicate. I suppose that's partly why you'd worry about the content, right? If you communicate stupidity effectively, you've made the world a worse place.
Yeah, I'm laughing over here. That's very funny.
Communicating nonsense.
How do you
my favorite thing that Mixed does is Mixed will be engaged in a deep philosophical intellectual conversation, and then he'll go on mute, and then Mixed just disappears. And then you find him in another room. You're like, I guess
because that's absolutely, required necessity. There's no other option here. I'm talking for no reason. I mean, have you ever caught yourself talking and then just shut the F up?
No. If I'm talking, it's usually processing a thought.
Thinking about, there's times where, I've caught myself just like talking for the sake of like having, communication exchange. And then I'm just like, I need to shut up and just shut up. That's it. Done talking. Time to move on to what's next.
I don't know. Why should you shut up? Like, why shouldn't you say what you want to say?
Because, it's not part of the purpose or goal of,
Goals in life. How does it get in the way?
I think he just did the Mixed. He just got up and he just walked away from the desk.
That's what he was trying to do.
No, that was the unintended comedy, consequence. McZed here told me one time, he's like, oh, you got to see this movie. These 2 guys go out to a dinner. The bald guy from Prince.
Hey, you're very far away.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
just saying, McZed was like, "Oh, you got to see this movie with this bald guy from The Princess Bride. They go and have a dinner and they talk about nothing for like 2 hours. You're gonna love it. It's such a great movie. Oh, it's such a great movie.
It is.
Wow, such a great movie. I do like him in Princess Bride, and what was funny is we used to go to this Jewish delicatessen called the Bagel, and our waiter, who was regularly our waiter, looked just like the bald guy from Princess Bride. And I used to think all the time. I used to think all the time it was him. I knew it wasn't him, but as a kid, I was like, maybe that's him. Oh, my friend is here. Zach, today we notarized 117 petitions to defeat Darren LaHood in the 16th district. So today was a big day, and Bernadette was our notary. She was our angel today. 117 pages. That wrist had some strength in it.
Congratulations. That's very good.
Whole bunch of quotations somebody gathered. These are the chapters. Self-inquiry, presence, think.
That invokes infinity than I am of God.
What's the skepticism? What's the
I think
friction?
infinity is mostly shorthand for stop thinking because it's big.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it has any real meaning, except that infinity is like applying calculus. It's a shorthand for reality that doesn't actually correspond. Like you're in the realm of abstraction.
To you.
God, creator of the universe.
Creator of the universe. So, I mean, what if you break it up and look at it like go and backwards is do? I mean, isn't it action? You know, isn't life a reality more? There is no such thing as non-motion, no?
What about motion?
It's just something I read somewhere that, you know, reality is motion. I guess that's Newtonian physics.
I don't know if I agree with that. Reality is weird.
Well,
and it's very difficult for us to unpack all of the weirdness.
I mean, I have no children, so like I don't have that anxiety of worrying about their survival. I know that would like push me probably to be more concentrated, focused, and more prioritizations. Yeah. But
So I think about the verses.
Yeah.
That are so important to my ancestors. They came up with it's just like a clothing style.
You don't think they used them for like medicine, blood pressure type manipulations, or cauterizing, or like cutting, tightening arteries?
A little bit, but I think that they did get some like medicinal benefits from them. But I think it's more like holistic, like restricting the blood flow, engaging in meditative practice, full body movement. They're just sort of some nice, practical, psychological, holistic benefits from meditation and rapping.
So this is maybe my last question for you is, peace, silence, quietness, safe space. Do you think that when you come to this app and you listen to like a screaming room, like Daniel and other people who are just screaming and fighting and this, I mean, all these years of listening to all these conversations, and talking, but really listening to it, how the fact that you're recording all these conversations by listening to them, basically in your brain, they're there, you can't access them. But if you saw a YouTube video of mine of a conversation from a year ago and you heard yourself speaking, be like, oh yeah, I remember saying that. So it's there.
Not always. Sometimes you don't remember that you said stuff.
But see, I have this, PlayStation 4 and Modern Warfare 4 or whatever, and I've recorded hundreds of games.
I'm just saying that memory is not the same as recording.
Right. But it's amazing part of listening to a lot of friction debate on here. Like, it causes
You don't necessarily absorb it, but I grant you people are expressing anxieties, right? Different people process emotions that are showered upon them differently. Some people empathize. Some people reject them. Some people feed off of them. You know, so it's just people talking. And again, that's just like groups of people. When you have groups of people, some people are going to be like using the social interaction like a vampire. So be using it like I guess a gift giver, just like handing out benefits. Other people are, you know. So I don't think that the anxieties necessarily affect you. They have an effect on you, but not a uniform effect that would be identifiable.
From like a non-judgmental agnostic point of view, when I listen in to a lot of conversations, it's people wasting their time, not using communication. Like, it's just not intelligent communication. So, you're
judging the way they're spending their time before they die.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I am trying to control what I'm listening to, so I can spend more time in intelligent listening mode, listening to intelligent information while I have to listen. Because,
just go to a yeshiva.
Well,
hang out at the back of a shul. Listen to some intelligent conversation.
No, I don't need to listen to it. I don't think it is, though, because I'm killing two birds with one stone.
Because you're reading a book written by somebody else, so you're also lazy.
Well, I would not see this. I would just.
They're processing it.
Well, anyways, I'm just past it. Like, I'm not. I agree with you. Like, but my point is, I still want to record what take down and delete the video. And the one that I got attacked the most on was the post Charlie Kirk assassination from everybody in the politically correct.
He was dead?
Yeah, you should have heard the party they threw. It was wild.
Wow. It's dark.
Yeah, really crazy. Like, you got to hear the worst of people. It was terrible. After that, I felt changed. I was like, I feel like I've recorded everything like you could possibly record, and this was like what's been hiding underneath the iceberg all these years. It was scary. I was like, this is wild. Real toxic communication, like insane. And they got a lot of them pulled down. They can't take them all down because it's like on 20 fucking YouTubes, but I don't even go back and listen to it. I just know that for me, when I was listening to it all, I was enraged. I
hear you. Brought out some weird statements from people.
Yeah. Halloween, people dressing up as Charlie Kirk in Halloween with blown out necks and white t-shirts of blood, chanting,
I hope they don't do that. That's gruesome.
Yeah, they're chanting on college campuses right now. But the funny thing is, people are just doing it really for the views. So you have this like reciprocal relationship of like creating content to get the dopamine feedback from creating the controversial content, and people mimic each other, clone each other, and it's just this like floating mind virus on the platform. It's going to get a lot of views. It would be interesting to hear you pick it apart.
It's the kind of thing my wife says I should make money doing, just like picking apart random pundits on the internet.
Yeah, you should start doing an analysis of the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes. That would propel you into that realm of debate. And
that's what you do. You just find the heavy hitters and you comment on it, and then suddenly you're a heavy hitter.
Yeah. It's so stupid because like the only other place you can end up is like X Spaces on some.
I agree with this like modern sensibility of marketing off of publicity. Like, no.
Well, I don't know. You could be an important voice in helping young people turn from derangement and hate and racism and bigotry.
I feel like if someone is suffering from derangement and hate and bigotry, they should not be stumbling upon a video of me on the internet. It's not gonna solve the problem, really.
Well, I don't know. People are going to dedicate years of their lives to having these stupid conversations. And I don't know. I'm just saying that the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes one advised him to be I guess, a white supremacist nationalist or something. So it's interesting because Tucker and Candace, well, see,
That's part of the trap of anti-Semitism. It's fun, and there's so much juicy stories to make up and play with that it's always so enticing. The haters come out of the woodwork and they just spin new yarns, but the real people never believe them. It's enough to fuel a quick spark, a quick burning. But you're never going to be able to fuel a rocket ship. Not with anti-Semitism. It's just too stupid. That's why it always peters out. The Holocaust was the biggest explosion they could pull together.
Yeah, I mean, I just view this as just being content for the most part until you hear of some testing. But supposedly there's new censorship laws or the algorithm has changed. But anyways, I'm just sick of listening to it and hearing it from people like Pepe and other individuals on this app. And there's a lot of crazy people on X that are, anyways, it's a publishing category content. I'm looking for meditation, peace, and silence. I mean, that's why I've chosen books.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I've on my YouTube for my campaign, I've been reading poetry and philosophy for weeks, dedicating my mornings to reading. And, I basically consider it neurolinguistic programming and doing work in a way. For the constituents, for the voters, for the taxpayers, because I think if you can improve yourself, you can improve the world. That's the theory. It's the best place to start.
I agree.
But not many people have books, so,
That's why the library always gives someone a video of me on the internet.
Well,
Ooh. It's cheaper if I buy a brand that people don't like the color of. Of course, the cheapest one is black. So racist.
I don't know. I'm just saying that the Tucker Carlson, Nick Fuentes one would be an interesting thing for you to pick apart. I mean, I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw the table of contents. He claims that Mark Levin is what radicalized him to be I guess, white supremacist nationalist or something. So it's interesting because Tucker and
Derangement and hate and bigotry, they should not be
they are
stumbling upon this.
proposing the grand Jewish conspiracy theory.
Yeah, they sound crazy.
Hey, John, I was going to ask, would you also apply the same logic for watching movies, TV shows, scrolling through Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, any of these type of things as pointless? Also, listen to music?
No, I think a lot of it comes down to your aesthetic, your preference, your time in many ways. But there's times where YouTube, will autoplay something and I immediately want to click off, or if I jump into a Clubhouse room, I immediately leave. So people are discerning and choosing what they want to engage in. But I just like my way of educating myself and calling it a meditation, aka chanting books into YouTube. Call me retarded, but I'm willing to accept this level of retardation.
So I was just thinking about it. I was listening to a song, and it was a George Strait song. And I was like, how many times have I listened to this? I was thinking about what you were saying, and I probably heard it 100 times. Is it pointless at this point or no?
No, I mean,
Listening to music?
Yeah, that's the idea of going into Clubhouse. It's pointless because 99% of conversations have already been held. They've already been done, and all we're doing is just regurgitating the same shit over and over again. But my question is,
It's a weird one, isn't it?
yeah, I know. But my question is, if it's true, like, isn't it the same logic would apply that, by listening to a song by George Strait at the time? Would that just be kind of pointless?
No, because what the song is doing is it's putting you into a brainwave state or a state of meditation or peace or stillness. It's your program that you're running. I'm just saying that you could listen to other songs and it might, change your life or consume something new, etc.
I agree.
I saw a video of not Mormons. What are those, Quakers or whatever? Like
Oh, you're talking about like the Amish?
the Amish, dude. I saw how peaceful the Amish were, how polite, respectful, calm, intelligent, sophisticated, well-to-do, even, you might say.
Well, you're a millennial, right?
I'm 42.
Played outside, and now we're in a generation where everybody just has their phone buried in their face 24/7, including us. And there's like a longing for that old time, that nostalgic. Yeah, there's a lot of millennials that are just moving out into the middle of fucking nowhere and just like canceling their cell phones and just living like Amish, and they get like millions of views, and it's just literally a guy and a girl talking about how they're living off. Just literally a guy and a girl talking about how they're living off grid, and you'll see the same type of video, and it's like she's got 14 million views on the video, and then there's like some fucking stereotypical fucking fat liberal.
I'm gonna like go somewhere where I can't, continue to live stream on 15 different cell phones daily for 8 hours. That might not be possible off grid, bro.
I mean,
Starlink it skips, man. It's not like
well, it depends where you're at. If you're in rural areas, it works phenomenal. But if you're watching, if you're doing it like within a city confines and stuff, it's real glitchy.
Bro, I got AT&T fiber optic cable, man. My is moving at the speed of light, man. And you know how much fucking data I upload? You know how many terabytes I put up into YouTube? It's insane. And Instagram. I am. I'm virtuosity. I am. The thing is, I'm just John Kitover. Like, it's just the name. That's it. Like, it's all branded to me though. But no one will. It's not like people want to go back and watch what's.
What if one of these fucking cucks turns out to be like the next Charlie Kirk shooter, and or becomes like the next big YouTube fucking political pundit?
Dude, it's not gonna happen. Dude, these YouTube channels? The YouTube channels, what's monetized, but yet they still have millions of followers, and it's like some chick in a kitchen in a blouse with huge tits in Colombia cooking, 300 different dishes. Have you ever seen accounts like that?
Yeah.
You know why I think a lot of these accounts get demonetized is because the producers of those films just create multiple accounts and just upload and create and just like keep spamming YouTube with the same video. And then they get banned or something.
Oh my God. Did you hear me tearing down fucking that lunatic libertarian? Or were you sleeping or no?
I didn't listen to it, but I recorded it.
Oh my God, you gotta go back and listen to it. He's sitting there talking about, how he's affecting change and all this kind of shit. I'm like, you have 4,000 views. I'm like, you have 4,015 views over the course of 15 years. I said, you have 262.666 views per year. I said, John Kitover, Illinois Congressman John Kitover, who has like 30 accounts. I said, he has 114,000 views. This guy literally just fucking records Clubhouse and live streams it in his underwear. I said, he's got 114,000 and you got 4,000 over the course of 15 years. I said, John's fucking account is 2 years old and he's got 114,000 fucking views. He was crashing the fuck out. It was Roger Mayhem's friend, the guy that did the live podcast with.
Dude, I saw you come in with his name, whatever his name is. Oh man, I was dying laughing.
Oh yeah. Well, is pictured.
Did that account get clipped?
No.
I always forget his
I've
name.
only had accounts clipped ever.
Oh, what was
Well,
that?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know.
What was that domain for the SMS number? Text.
Oh, tempnumber.com.
Temp number. Yeah, that's it. Isn't there like a dash in it?
Oh yeah.
You see all kinds of scams that come in. People are using that site for fraud.
There's hundreds of different websites just like that too.
I know.
So people, they're everywhere. It's like free SMS or receivedSMS.com. Yeah, so they can never stop it.
Well, I think there's value in recording Clubhouse and putting it on YouTube. The thing is, it's like most people on this app, like the only reason they know that I put them on YouTube is because I posted links in the chat saying, hey, this is your movie on YouTube. But like I could create a different, YouTube. I could create different YouTube accounts where people will have no idea that I'm recording Clubhouse and putting it on YouTube. They'll never see it because the chances of them just randomly coming. It wasn't labeled John Kitover, but once I filed to run for Congress, I was like, there's no reason not to just rebrand everything as John Kitover. But I did turn all the Instagrams private except for John Kitover and John for Congress.
Yeah.
On advice that somebody said, this is just not professional. You can't have girls with fat asses and you with your shirt off listening to people debate on Clubhouse.
Go audio record, John.
I'm done. I've done my work already for the day. I got McZed.
Why'd you change your setup of your cameras? It's like in a living room or something?
I'm recording upstairs and downstairs.
Oh, okay. Does it start to get cold up there yet, or no?
It's getting there, yeah. I got the furnace on, thank God. I gotta call the gas company and start paying for the gas.
I love it. I love the cold. I hate the heat.
Well, you got a cold heart. Cold-blooded heart, my friend.
Cold as ice.